From trauma to joie de vivre. How is that possible? Welcome to Post-Trauma Secrets and Decluttering, where we go behind the scene and reveal how to free yourself. Come and discover the 4 dimensions of a decluttering journey with your hosts, Valerie Huard and J.M. Tetro.
Hey, wonderful souls, we're so glad and happy that you're here with us today. In this episode, we want to talk about when trauma resurfaces. We got that question a lot. And it's very interesting because for me, it's whenever your triggers, your environment are aligned with whatever happened in the past. When the trauma happened, there was some triggers, some things that started the wheel spinning downhill.
For me, it's really about what to do when trauma resurfaces. So before, I was thinking that my trauma was resurfacing. But in fact, it wasn't. It was because it wasn't gone. I was pushing it away without having dealt with it. It was more that I was denying that it was there, and when I was not able to keep that distance anymore, I was calling that resurfacing. There is a big difference between being really better and having overcome the trauma versus dissociating from the trauma and denying it. Like in the story I told you in the previous podcast about St. John Ambulance, where I was working hours and hours and helping people and doing everything up to when I crashed down. Because I was not able to maintain it because in fact I was dissociating myself from the trauma. For years, I was pushing it away, and when my kids were young and getting ready to take their bath, I was triggered and having flashback, so I was not able to help them with the bathing. So when I was walking down the street and I saw a man with a mature age, I was scared and built tons of scenarios in my head. So when trauma resurfaces because you are not able to keep maintaining your defense mechanism of denying, you have a big downhill, and everything is difficult and a nightmare. In the opposite, when my son talks to me about teenage subjects like bullying or relationships and love, I sometimes get triggered, but I am able to have that conversation and stay calm and peaceful. Most often, I will just take a couple big breaths and focus on how he is feeling, what is the message he is trying to tell me, and to be in a mindful way. I mean, to stay in the present moment. When we are done with the conversation, I either go for a peaceful walk or do a meditation to be sure that I feel good and that I am dealing with the trauma in a healthy way. So when it's resurfaced after you dealt with it because a trigger got activated, you are able to use strategies that keep you safe and functional, and you are seeing what is happening without being completely down. Are you guys getting this? Can you imagine if that happened to you? That reminds me of one nice lady in her 60s that was dissociating and having tons of flashback. After learning some grounding tools and strategies with me, the frequency of her episodes became lower and lower up to almost nothing right now. Would you like to be her next case study like her? So what to do when it resurfaces? Use the tool you learn. It could be meditation, mindfulness, crystal, journaling, exercising, or cleaning your home. The important thing is to notice that it is happening and taking care of yourself.
Oh my God, I so agree with that. There's always different side of the coin. And with the question when trauma resurfaces, I was thinking time-wise or trigger-wise, but maybe people were asking what to do when trauma resurfaces. And I know a lot of them that I talked with, first thing they tell me is, I can't deal with it. I can't deal with when it resurfaces. And one of the things I like to say is, it's not an easy one. I'm telling you right now. It's the decision is always from yourself. But sometimes the decision to deal with it, the decision to say, I can do something, is from your environment, and sometimes it's from your subconscious mind. If you don't make one yourself, it's gonna be made for you. So I think everyone can do it. Everyone can get the trauma reduced or out And when it comes back, it's okay because you are equipped. You have tools to get through. Exactly like Valerie said, there's tons of tools and tricks that we give our client and we see that it helps, and it helps ourselves as well. I like a quote from Emerson just to show how it is within yourself, your power. There's no defeat except from within. There is really no insurmountable barrier save your own inherent weakness of purpose. It is a strong word. I agree. I totally agree. But once you know where you're going, it's a little bit easier. And whatever happened, life is a cycle. Whatever you do, even if you think it won't resurface or it did resurface and you don't know what to do, it's a cycle. It will go up and better again. For anyone, for everyone, every human, president, the richest people, the people that has nothing, and you. We are all in the same boat. It's a cycle. And if ever you want to see what we can do for you, just go to our website, www.dowellht.com, and you can see. But the important for us is that you get equipped, you get something, because it's a cycle. It will resurface. The decision is, will it resurface strong, or you will be strong when we resurface?
Thank you so much for taking time to listen to this episode. If you want to help break the trauma stigma, share this episode and give hope to your friends and let them know it is possible to get free from trauma. Valerie and JM want to help you further by offering you Declutter Your Life 101. Be sure to go to dowellht.com/free yourself. That's dowellht.com/free yourself to get your free quick summary and start your decluttering journey. Thanks again for tuning in, and be sure to join us next time to discover another secret on Post-Trauma Secrets and Decluttering.